Today's topic is revision of class 9th, part 2nd. Today we will discuss about objects and classes. So when we say object means something that is having existence. It is something that exists and is having some properties. And when we say class is something which is not having enough physical existence, but it seems that objects and classes are same, but they are not same. Just take one example. I'm saying car. So when I'm saying car, it means it is something which is having four wheels, steering, and it is a type of vehicle that is used to move from one place to another place. But we will not get an exact picture. But when I am saying wagon-R, now you will get an exact picture, like which type of car is this. So the things that gives you the exact picture, they are basically object. And when you say a word that tells you about that object is a class. Let's take one more example. Suppose I am saying student. So when I am saying student, so it means a student is a person that studies something, right? The person may be a girl or maybe a boy, but we don't know which type of person is this. We only know that this is a person which studies. But when I am saying any name like Mr. A, so Mr. A is a student. Now Mr. A is a student means the student is the class and Mr. A is object of that class, because Mr. A is having all the properties which the student specifies, right? So in this way we can understand the difference between class and object. Class means it is the collection of properties, and object means it is something that exists, right? So in this way you can demonstrate between the object and class. Okay. Next thing we will discuss the Java programming. Now in Java programming, first of all we will discuss the types of Java programs. There are two types of Java programs. First is standalone applications and second is internet applets. Now when we say standalone applications, as the name suggests, it is something which is alone, which is independent. This is a complex type of programs, and this is independent program. It can execute by itself. It doesn't require any other supporting application for its execution. So this is a complex program that can be executed by itself. That's all, right? And when we say internet applets, or sometimes we say applets also, these are small programs and they're graphical programs. The purpose of these programs is just to show a little bit of graphics on the screen. Like suppose if you visit some website, and when we open the website, we are opening the website, but with the help of that website, some pop-ups are also opened in some short screen. Now these pop-ups are basically designed with the help of Java, and these pop-ups are nothing but the applets, right? They are the basically applets. Now applets, we make applets just to display some graphical data, and these applets cannot be executed independently. In case of a standalone applications, we can execute the program independently, but here we cannot execute the program independently. These internet applets require some supporting application. Now which supporting application? A web page. So we make internet applets and we attach these applications with a web page, and when we open that web page, these applets are also gets executed, and they are visible at the screen also, right? So they are basically attached with the web page and then they gets executed by themselves. Is that clear? So standalone can be executed independently, but internet applets, they are executed with the help of a web page. Now in your syllabus you will study throughout the year about the standalone applications only, but we should know both the things, standalone applications and internet applications also, because in your exams it may be asked the difference between the two. right? Now next thing we will discuss the execution of the Java program and the execution of other program. Now what are the differences between these two executions? When we say Java execution and when we say execution of some other language, the difference is that in case of other languages, when we execute or we compile a program, the program is directly converted to machine code, and further machine executes that code and returns the result, and that result is again converted to that language. Means program of that language is converted to machine code, and machine code again the code is converted to that language code. Means there is a direct translation between the two. Means machine high level language to machine language, and machine level language to high level. This is the conversion or execution or the compilation of the program written in some other high level language. But when we say the compilation of Java program or the execution of Java program, the process takes in two steps. First, the Java program is converted to bytecode, right? And then bytecode is converted to machine code. Now this is the difference between the compilation process of Java and other languages. Now first it is converted to bytecode with the help of compiler. Now compiler is a unit that translates the Java program into bytecode. And further this bytecode is converted to machine code with the help of an interpreter that is known as JVM. It's Java Virtual Machine. Right? So in this process, first it is converted to bytecode with the help of compiler, and then bytecode is converted to machine code with the help of interpreter that is called JVM. Right? So this is the compilation process. Now here there are two terms, bytecode and JVM. This may also be asked in your exams, so we'll discuss this also. When we say bytecode can be defined as the intermediate code. Just remember the process of compilation. There's an intermediate code which is obtained by the compilation of a Java program, right? When we compile a Java program, it is converted to bytecode, and that bytecode is converted to machine code with the help of JVM. So bytecode is an intermediate code obtained by the compilation of a Java program, right? And further this is converted to machine code with the help of interpreter. Now interpreter means that JVM. And JVM can be defined as Java Virtual Machine. Now this is used to convert the bytecode into machine code, right? So JVM can be defined as it is an interpreter that is used to convert the bytecode into machine code. And what is bytecode? Bytecode is obtained by the compilation of a Java program, right? So for this video, this much only, and in the next video we'll discuss the next topics. And if you are having any confusions, any doubts, you may ask through the comments or through the WhatsApp. Thank you.